Welcome back to Garyj Sports Page on GJRB Online, our first show, the regular season, and going to have a better show at this. We got some really neat stuff coming up in our our new season of Sports Page, and including I'm going to try to be lining up some guests from time to time. Also going to be doing some stuff for our preview coming up next month when we do Sports Page. Will be the preview of the Major League spring training. Won't be about, let's see, this is the 14th, right? Oh, by the way, I want to say something. I want to spread out a happy birthday to my sister, Jackie. Celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Jackie. I wanted to do this. I wanted to talk about this. It'll be a month. Let's see, about a month from now. About a month from now, when the baseball players report to spring training, the Cactus League, the Grapefruit League in Florida, the Cactus League in Arizona, the Cubs will go down and do the, and I'll be following that. I'll be covering the spring training when we do Sports Page coming up next month. Also the March Madness. We're talking about a lot of stuff, so keep it here. This is just the beginning of Garyj Sports Page, a little better show plan, and I'll be talking a lot about that coming up on Sports Page. You're on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker, across America and around the world. Glad you could be with me today for the best in sports talk radio. On the internet, here on GJRB, on a late Saturday afternoon, and we're leaving it open wide now. I'm going to take this show and we're going to copy link all over the social sites, and I'm taking this show around and see what you think about some of the things we've been talking about. You think that Tom Brady should own up to some of the deflated gate and all that? What's your pick on tomorrow's football games? And a whole lot more. And coming up in less than about 10 minutes, we'll do another score update, and we'll run those down, and find some more sports headlines for you to talk about on Garyj Sports Page here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. All right, let's tell you what we're going to do then. We're just going to do some distribution stuff here. I'm going to get rid of the weather. We don't need that right now. We'll do weather on the fives later. I'm going to do an update on your temperatures across America. But right now I'm going to, let's see, I want to distribute some of this. I'm going to go to to my Google page and put it there. Also, I'm going to distribute this show over to my Pinterest page. But I'm hoping that we get some audience. I haven't checked to see if I'm even got any listeners right now, because I haven't been on my Spreaker public site for the past hour. So, trying to see if we can find some people out there listening. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go into my, let's see, wait a minute, I'll do this. Yeah. Why don't we do this first? I wanted to, paste my show there. Okay. All right. Okay. So we got the link up there. Goes into Spreaker's public site, so I'll take it there. And it takes you right to the chat room, by the way. So there you go. Alright. Takes you right to the chat room. Splendid. So anybody out there got that opened? I also want to check to see how many people are actually listening to my other parts of the show. So I want to go to the main page. See here. And go to episodes. Going back to the very beginning of the show, up till now, we're into part 3. No one listening to part 2. No one listening to part 1. and no one listening right now. So we're going to see what happens in the next hour. I already posted onto that. I'm going to go now to my Pinterest page. And I do have a sports page on my Pinterest page. A lot of it is old baseball cards, which I found. There's some neat ones. Some of them are some of my old collection. And I had quite a bit of them. They were like 1971, 72 cards that I have. So if you are a follower of old baseball cards, you can go to my Pinterest page. And neat stuff there. But I'm going to be putting some articles there too. And that would be a good place to put this program. So I'm going to delve down to that and see what's on the Pinterest page. Flip over that. Okay, I'm running to Pinterest with 18 likes, 1 tried. Getting some followers on this though. I got about 15 so far. 15. And let's see, we have some people who did post some neat stuff here. Oh, some neat stuff under Americana, which wasn't is no more. Speaking of which, we will be doing another Gary J's Radio, Television, and Movie Classics coming up. I'm working on another show. Probably won't be till looking at February. So I'll be doing some work on that February show, and I'll be bringing that to you, as well as that. Also, my anticipated spring season. I'll be talking about that coming up here in a couple of minutes. I have a new spring season. I'm working on some new stuff, so watch for that. Some neat stuff. Well, another old movie projector. I remember those kind. Those were the movie projectors with the sound. I always wish we had one of those at home. I love that. An old pack of cigarettes called Embassy. Anybody remember those? 60s and 70s. And May 3rd, celebrity birthdays. That's interesting. And the main menu suggestion for a Woolworths lunch counter. We're going to talk about those old lunch counters coming up on the next Gary J's Radio, Television, and Movie Classics Americana segment coming up. You're going to enjoy that. I'm looking at a February show. Now, the only thing I have on the air in February, as I'm preparing for the spring season, the only shows I'll have on the air in February are going to be the Gary Wrestling program, this show, the sports page, and I'm going to have a jazz weekend to start the month. A jazz weekend. We haven't had smooth jazz on in a while, so we're going to have our smooth jazz, smooth afternoon to launch it on a Friday, and then it'll go through the weekend, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's in February here on GJRB, so tune in for that. We have the best of jazz on Saturday. That's Saturday night. And that'll wrap up the weekend, so you're going to enjoy that. 2 days of the best of jazz all weekend on GJRB. So tune in for that. That's coming up. And I'll give you the schedule details coming up a little later on here on Sports Page. But got that planned. You're going to like this. Really good jazz coming up this weekend. That weekend coming up. So you want to tune in. We're going to have a preview of it. I'm going to do a smooth jazz coming up. So, it's going to be starting off in February. So February is going to start off with a jazz weekend. And then we're going to have this show coming up probably within about 2 weeks after that. And in between, I'm going to be doing a Gary Wrestling program and We Out There. But the rest of the time, I'm going to be working on programs for our spring season, which will be our GJRB Spring Spectacular coming up again, starting in April here on GJRB. All right? So I'll be giving you all the stuff we're going to plan in April. Thinking about even trying to get that Man on the Street thing started up again, too, for our show. working on that plan too. So keep it here on GJRB. And I'll be telling you about that a little later on. Right now, though, let's see. It is about 10 minutes to the hour, 4:50, 10 minutes to the hour here on Gary J Sports Page here on GJRB. Hope you're enjoying the program wherever you are across America and around the world. And this is the place to be for the best in sports talk radio. Gary J Sports Page here on GJRB Online. And let's see, why is it? I thought maybe I had that on there. Okay. My sports page doesn't have it on there. Okay, I want to do that again. For some apparent reason, I just can't seem to get into there and get that. Okay, why might I just leave it that way? Because, let's see, so I'm going to go into my sports page. Okay, when I pull up the sports page, where is that? Okay, so now it's not giving me all my folders. I want sports sound bites. What I want is my theme, and I'm not getting it. So for some reason, it didn't save my theme, and now I can't seem to play it. It's not what I wanted. So I want to cancel that, and I'm going to try to get my theme another way. Okay, and when I do that, what I usually do is launch it in deck 1 underneath sports page, and here it is. Okay, then we go into the looped music and start here. Okay. It takes a while for it to go up. I don't know why it does. It just takes for a while to go up. I'm going to have to try something different with this, but it's taking forever for it to come up. So, tell you what we'll do. We're going to do scores later. Okay, I'm going to do scores later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my score page here and kind of load up. Let's see, this is under the NBA, isn't it? Okay, under the NBA. Okay, what I'm going to do is go to the NBA home, which I think that's what this is, and get all the scores printed out, get all the scores printed up. I want to go into, now what I do is I go here and I duplicate that same page, and then I go to something else. It seems to work better that way. Let's see. I'm going to do this. Wait for it to load up. So why don't we do the NBA right now? I'm trying to get this set up. Okay, so let's do it. Yeah. So let's take a look at the NBA right now. Going on right now is about 3:01 left in the second period. New Orleans Pelicans are getting defeated by the Chicago Bulls. I know New Orleans had a game team. They do? Yeah, the Pelicans are ahead of the Bulls are ahead of the Pelicans 50-38. Good deal, Bulls. All right, guys. All right, tonight, 5 o'clock, San Antonio plays Phoenix. Philadelphia plays Washington at 7. Orlando against Utah at 8. And the final just finished up. The Clippers beating, this is the two Los Angeles teams, right? Los Angeles beat itself 113-97. That's the final in that game. Let's flip over to the let's see, I want to flip over to the NCAA basketball again, and we'll do those scores real quick, see what's going on over there, and see what's happening on that end. Well, let's see, some more action going on right now. About 5:46 left period right now. We have Kentucky Wildcats, number 6 Kentucky Wildcats over Auburn, 78-68. West Virginia now on the second, 7:18 left, and they're ahead of Texas West Virginia Mountaineers ahead of Texas 60-57. Baylor is getting defeated now by Kansas State 47-45. They are just 2 points ahead. Kansas State is 2 points ahead. 47-45, 9:57 left in the second. Coming up tonight, UCLA playing Utah. St. Mary's against Gonzales. Oregon State against Oregon. And some of the other finishing games, Virginia over Clemson, 77-73. Florida Gators defeating Georgia Bulldogs, 80-76. Louisville beating Duke, 78-69. Penn State, my Nittany Lions, the Penn State won by 2 points over Minnesota, 52-50. Wow, how about that? Villanova Wildcats beating St. John's, 70-57. And I can't pronounce this team. Creighton over Truman State, 101-69. And I like this. This is cool. Finally, let's see. Butler over Butler Bulldogs, defeating Xavier, 83-78. Kansas over Oklahoma State, 87-80. 96, let's see, is North Carolina over Florida State, 96-83. And Notre Dame beating Virginia Tech, 76-71. And that's your score update on Gary J's sports page on GJRB. And, of course, like I said before, we do these scores every 10 minutes on Gary J's sports page here on GJRB Online. So you can check your scores out and, while you're listening to the show. Every 10 minutes, scores every 10 minutes on Gary J's sports page on GJRB Online on Spreaker. What hour the Son of God will return. Prophecy, New World Order, terrorism, economic collapse, wars, pest, Israel. When they say peace, then cometh sudden destruction, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, end-time headlines at www.endtimeheadlines.org. America's Street Music is back on GJRB Bluegrass with the Grasscolds, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys, and so much more. So it's time to bring it back, and on more often. It's Bluegrass Jubilee Freestyle with all the great songs you heard before and some new up-and-coming stars with some emerging bluegrass. Also, some all-time gospel favorites too. Every third Saturday at 2 o'clock Central on GJRB. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. And incidentally, one announcement about that Bluegrass Jubilee. As a matter of fact, it will be returning on our GJRB spring schedule. So we'll have Bluegrass Jubilee on the 3rd Saturday on our regular schedule here on GJRB Online as a regular program. That will be on more often underneath that new music program rotation that we are starting up here on GJRB Online. So we're going to have a neat season of programming here on GJRB, here on Spreaker. So just to let you know about that. But this is Garyj Sports Page on GGRB Online. We're kind of distributing this show all about and seeing if there's any. We don't have no listeners, but I like rambling on and talking about various things, and that's what we're doing this afternoon here on Sports Page and seeing what's going on here. And we were talking about bowling earlier, I think in the first hour, and I think we're going to talk about that briefly because I tell you what, I would love to. I would love to do the more of the pro bowling. We'll be covering that. I'm watching for more bowling in news and stuff. So I got on this website, I think that's the PBA, and found a lot of stuff on pro bowling that I think will be pretty cool. And I'll bring that to you coming up this hour. We'll talk about bowling and a little bit. I received some email from them with some news and stuff, and gonna see if I can try to get ESPN through my Roku, and if I can, I'll be able to watch at least some bowling, which would be kind of cool. If we can get their feed to work. Don't know why, but sometimes they don't work. And also this hour, we'll scroll through social media. We're going to do that. But right now, though, I'm going to go back into my... go ahead and click out of that. And I think I will click out of this for now, because I don't need it. I think when I do not click out of stuff when I don't need it, so that I think what I'm finding out that when I listen to my program back, I know when I have too many things up, because this is like skip. It'll sound kind of really odd, and I think it's because it might have to do with maybe some of the computer memory. Don't know exactly, but I've been getting that, so I'm doing some changes in the programming schedule that way, and I'm going to work on something different towards the next show, which is coming up next week, way out there. The strange, the bizarre, the unusual, the things that go bump in the night, folks. We're going to talk about that. Got a great show lined up. I was talking about this on the Gary Wrestling program, a video that I saw this week, and it was pretty odd, and we're going to talk about that, and Planet X and all that. So tune in for that. That's coming up. And okay, so we're approaching the last hour of Garyj J Sports Page here on GGRB Online. We're going free form in this last hour, and also this last hour, non-stop talk as we wrap up Garyj J Sports Page. We're going to go free form all the way from now until the end of this segment, and then we'll take a promo break, and then we're going to come back and do our last 45 minutes non-stop talk. So if you got some sports stuff you want to talk about in that last hour or so, drop me a line. Garyj J Sports Page, Garyj J here on GJRB Online. That's area code 563-613-4260 if you want to get on the program and talk sports here on GJRB Online. And I know what I was going to do next. I was going to go into my GJRB site here on Spreaker and see if we're getting any listeners so far. Let's see. Nope. 0 all the way up the page as we're in part 3, but we have one more part left to go on our program here on GJRB Online. So let's see if things start to improve a little bit. And then, of course, this is the last hour. We're doing our free form edition. That means no breaks now until the end of this segment. And then our last part, we're going to have some fun with nonstop talk to the end of the show. But one thing I want to do here is, let's see, I want to go in. And let's see, under promos. Okay. All right, we're going to continue with our conversation this afternoon. You got something you want to talk about in sports? If you want to talk about what's going on, what do you think about the what's your picks for tomorrow's games? I'm picking the Steelers, but I think we probably will pick. I really like. It would be great to see Dallas win. I don't think Dallas has won a football. Really got into the Super Bowl for quite a while, haven't they? When was the last time that Dallas was in the Super Bowl? I don't remember. That's how long ago it was. Is that right? When did Dallas have it? When were they last in the Super Bowl? It's been a while. Know that. Should be interesting games tomorrow, though, and we're gonna talk about it with you if you want to talk about it with me. Area code 563-613-4260 on Gary J Sports Page here on GJRB Online. And I'm distributing my show now on Pinterest under GJRB Online Internet Radio. So just go to Gary Russell's Pinterest page, and sometimes it fails. I don't know why it does that. I was going to do it again sometimes. Okay, either I'm clicking in the right place or not. It will. Okay, that successfully went on. Okay. All right, now, that'll go on, so anybody who follows me on Pinterest, you can catch this program, and it'll take you right to it. Okay, now, if you click the icon, it should take you right into the chat room when you go in there, too. You can just go into it. There are ways to getting into the chat room, so if you want to talk to me live on the air, you can do that way, and I will respond to you while you're on there. Let's see. I'm going to go now. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to go now to part 2. All right. Going to part 2, and I'm going to send that out. And then I'm going to send the one we're doing right now out live and see what happens. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to go now to the... okay, we're at part 3. Let's go back to that distribution. Okay. And right now, this live broadcast is now available to you on Pinterest. So just go to my Pinterest page under GJRB Online. You just go into Pinterest and go underneath Gary Russell. You'll see me holding our GJRB mascot, Miguel. And when you go in there, let's see, I'm going to go to the Pinterest page now. Okay, now when you go in there, what happens is you'll go in there now, and let's see, there we are. Gary Russell, there I am, and it's my Pinterest page. When you follow it, and you get into GJRB Online, when you go into the GJRB Online board on Pinterest, you'll catch my show. It'll take you right there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go into the board for that, for GJRB Online. GJRB Online, and there it is. It takes a while to come up. There we go. Or it is. We're going to drop into part 3, which we're at right now. And then it gives you some. Okay, let's visit. Then I click visit. It'll take you right into where we're at. Right there. You hit visit. And it's got me right there. That's part 3. Okay. Part 3. Under visit. Okay. Let's see here now. Okay. Okay, that's part 3. Let's go back into my main Spreaker page. I'm going to go to that. Okay, part 3. That must have been another show, I think. I think I did the wrong one. But anyway, let's try that again. Okay, we're on the live feed. Okay. And then let's just click that. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Pinterest. Okay, I want to go back to that page. Okay, what's this? I'm looking at it right now. Let's see, what is that? Tried it. Okay, let's see. What is that? That's on my internet radio, but it doesn't say what program that is that I'm looking at. Okay, that's the Garyj Wrestling Program, Part 3. That's what happened. I had clicked the wrong one. That's what happened. I was on the wrong one. Okay, let's see here. Garyj J Sports Page, Part 3. Here we are. Okay, I'm going to click Visit. Okay, when you click Visit, it will take you right to my chat room. I knew it was there. I just had the wrong page. I had it at the Garyj Wrestling Program. And that's what happened. That's why I made my mistake. Okay, so there we are, because that's how I wasn't on the air again. I checked my board for a mixer, and we're on the air. So there it is. Takes you right to the chat room when you do that. So if you're a Pinterest follower, that's where you'll find Garyj J's sports page here on GJRB Online. Yeah. So let's see. I'm going to now do a scroll through social media. I think that would be kind of a fun thing to do. We haven't done that yet, so I'm going to pull that up. And let's see here. I'm going to, okay, let's see. Lovely. Wonderful. Okay, here we go. Let's do that then. Let's do the famous...
let's scroll through social media.
All right, let's do that. Social media right now. That's what we're doing. And we are in Facebook right now, and we're going to kind of go rapidly through each compartment and see some of the score. I got some games and scores on here too as well. Some of the games to be played tonight, Chicago Bulls are playing the Pelicans and in the NBA, and the Orlando Magic are going to play the Utah Jazz. Some of the games coming up tonight in the NBA. Let's go down the page. I'm going to see if I can find some different things to talk about. And take a break on it. If you just kind of, when we scroll down social media, just don't talk about sports. We talk about other things as well. So we kind of like varietize our format, especially if we've kind of touched a lot of sports. So it's time to take a break. And when we do scroll through social media, I look for things to talk about in all subjects. But sports is on the top of the list because this is a sports program. Looking here, not too much of interest. Going down that page, but we'll find some sports-related stories. Okay, that's neat. Okay, here's some breaking news. Deal with it, Hollywood. Trump will be your president in the next 8 years, like it or not. Celebrities call for a total Hollywood strike. A total Hollywood strike. Okay, the crybaby liberal snowflakes are at it again, folks. Celebrities are calling for a total Hollywood strike. A total Hollywood strike. This is what they do. Total Hollywood strike. Oh, come on now. Get up the page. Total Hollywood strike until Trump resigns. Celebrities are calling for a total Hollywood strike if Trump resigns. What are they going to do? They're going to stop movies? Is that what's going on? According to a report, liberal Hollywood celebrities are threatening to massive all-around Hollywood strike unless Donald Trump resigns, describing the Hollywood as the base of the entire American culture. The group also claims they'll be speaking on behalf of all of humanity. Don't speak for me. It's about don't speak for me here. this whole article, okay, it says about time people understand that we're the ones with the power and the president is there to serve us, not the other way around, according to a spokesman for the group who told the New York Times. We are calling for a general strike that will include every single person involved in making motion pictures in Hollywood, starting with the actors and celebrities themselves. So in other words, what they're going to do is they're going to pull entertainment from us because Trump is president. They're going to hold entertainment from us because Trump is president. The Hollywood snowflakes are at it again, folks. This is just lame. This is just lame. Spinzin reports Rosie O'Donnell, Deborah Messing. You know, Rosie O'Donnell has to be the top of this one. Ed Asner, Michael Shannon are among the dozens of artists and entertainers and activists who have attached their names in an effort to calling for a month-long protest to stop President-elect Donald Trump. No, in the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. What was the Obama? Read full page and replaced the New York Times on Wednesday by a group refused racism. Donald Trump is the president-elect, and it's simply to regime grave danger, it says. Millions of people in the U.S. and around the world are filled with deep anxiety, fear, and disgust. Our anguish is the right and just. Our anger's most has become a massive resistance. Before Donald Trump is inaugurated, it has full reins on power in our hands. See, this is liberal crybaby snowflakes. They're going to call a strike now. They want to take entertainment away from us because Trump is president. They're going to take entertainment away from us because Trump is president. Is that crazy or what? Isn't that just like lame? I think it is. I think it is. This is just lame stupidity. They want to sit there and they're going to cry their little eyes out, and they're going to say, well, if you're not going to give us what we want, we're not going to give you what you want. See, this is what they do. This is the liberal left-wing communist rhetoric. Again. We're calling for a general strike that would include every single person involved in making motion pictures, starting with the Actors Guild. This is what they're going to do, folks. I mean, I really don't think they can do this, but they're going to. They're going to call a strike because Obama is president. Tell me how crazy and ridiculous is that, folks? Your opinion on it. What if the football players are going to get involved in this too? You know, let's talk about lame. Let's talk about that lame Kaepernick. You know, he could be one of those. He'll probably get involved with a bunch of the crybaby snowflakes. They're going to call a strike, and then what will happen is they'll get a hold of the football players and the baseball players and the basketball players and everything, and say, don't play sports, don't. And then they'll go to the networks that provide the sports coverage, and they'll tell them not to broadcast any games because Trump is president. Watch and see, right? See what they'll do. This is it. This is just lame. They're going to take it away. See what they're going to think they're going to do is they're going to punish the Republicans. They're going to punish the RNC. Okay? And they're going to say, well, we're going to take away your movies, your television. Go ahead. Quite frankly, I watch reruns of classic shows anyway. I don't really watch anything brand new. The only thing I watch on TV that's brand new is Grimm and that one other show. I like the side of that one, Timeless. I don't watch that many new shows on TV. so they can take it away. I won't miss it. I mean, go ahead. Go ahead and see how much money you lose in the process. Go ahead, do it. See if I care. I don't. You lose your money, that's your own problem, not mine. You don't make your money in motion pictures and television and movies. Go ahead. I don't care. Go ahead. Not my problem. It's yours. You're the one that's going to lose a lot of money in that. You're the one who's going to lose revenue. So go ahead. Do it. See if I care. Way Out There is back for a new year of shows and more surprises. I'll have guests this year and Strange But True segment throughout the show, just like True News on the Gary Russell program. On this show, it'll be January 20th, Donald Trump's inauguration. What will happen? I'll be following it for you. And real-life paranormal activity when a nanny cam picks up strange happenings going on around little kids. Planet X. Is it real? We'll talk about it. Way Out Fun. Way Out There. Friday at 3 o'clock Central on GJRB. From America's Heartland, this is GJRB, Clinton, Iowa. It was the year World War II ended, and the troops came home, and the music was fabulous, with big hits from Perry Como, Judy Garland, and the Andrews Sisters. The year was 1945. Listen to the year in music on the next Swing Time. I'm Gary Rustin, and I'll be featuring the biggest hits from that year, along with trivial information about the prices of items such as groceries, the news events, the culture of 1945 on the next Swing Time. Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between. Like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. GJRB Online. Still the What's Happening sound.
If you're a new emerging artist and want your songs out there, the place to go is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation lifts our ability devoted to new music from new artists from every town and every state in the U.S. If you're a solo artist and recording your own music, it's Reverb Nation. Stop on by, visit, listen to the music, check out the site, www.reverbnation.com. Put your music out there and gain an audience. Go to Reverb Nation for the best in new music. And remember, if you like your songs played on GJRB Online's Up and Coming, drop me an email at GaryJ65@yahoo.com. And I'll be playing your song on all GJRB Online shows. Remember the name, Reverb Nation.